What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this video, today's episode of Wine Hour is pretty good. This whole Nick situation, I underestimated Nick. I will say that. I underestimated him because I didn't think Nick had it in him to do what he did to Victor and pretend to be JT. I didn't think he had it in him to do it. But he was pulling the strings the whole time. He was using JT's credit cards. He was pretending to be JT. I was like, how the hell did he pull that off? Like, that was some crazy shit. I didn't think Nick could be so devious. You know what I mean? And I understand why he did what he did. I don't blame him for the most part of it, but I will say it's fucked up that he did that to his own sister though. Like she was abused by JT and she was horrified when she thought that he was coming back to town or that he was still alive for that matter. So for him to pull that move on her, that was fucked up. So I could kind of understand why Victoria, Nikki, and Sharon were pissed off at Nick. I can understand it. Because as much as he hates being like his father, he doesn't want to be like Victor. But a lot of the stuff that he was saying echoed Victor. Like it was a mirror. If you hold it up, it was just like Victor. As much as he doesn't want to be like Victor, the way he's talking when he say, "Oh, I'll protect my family. Everything I do to protect my family." That's something Victor would say because Victor always says that. He rationalizes his actions by saying, "I did it for family." That's how he justifies what he does. And Nick did the same thing. Um, but like I said, I kind of don't blame Nick for coming back at Victor. I don't blame him because you can only push somebody so far until they start to push back. And I will say, at times when it came down to the Newman kids, I always kind of felt like a lot of them were ungrateful, especially Victoria and Nick. I always kind of felt like a lot of times Victoria and Nick were ungrateful because if it wasn't for Victor, they wouldn't be living this lifestyle that they live. Nikki wouldn't even be living this lifestyle that she lived. Victor met her at a damn strip club. She had nothing when she met Victor. She was a stripper. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have that lifestyle. But at the same time, that does not give Victor the right to control their life. And that's something I always hated about Victor. Like, your children are adults. You know what I'm saying? You can't control their life. You can't tell them who to date, who to marry, what company to work for. Oh, you need to continue to work at Newman. Like, you can't keep forcing them to do what you want them to do. They have to live their own lives. If you feel they're making a mistake, that's their mistake to make. Victor needs to back the hell off. I always hated the fact that he tried to take Christian away from Nick. I hated that because even though, yeah, Adam is the biological father, but Adam is not here. As far as we know, he's dead. I don't believe he's dead, but as far as we know, he's dead. And his wishes were for Nick to raise his son, and that included Christian. Um, he didn't want his children around Victor. That's not what he wanted. Adam did not want his kids raised by Victor. He wanted probably no contact at all with Victor, if limited at least. So Nick is just doing what Adam would have wanted him to do: protect his children, protect his child. Connor is with Chelsea out of the country somewhere, and Christian is Nick's. So Nick feel like I have to protect Christian, and I don't blame him for that because he didn't want Christian growing up and being treated, the way Victor treated his children. Um, so I don't blame Nick in that regard. Like I said, I was shocked when I found out Nick was pretending to be JT. That was a good shocker right there. That was some great TV right there. But what he need to realize is now that you done started this little war with Victor, Victor's gonna come back on Nick 10 times harder now. If you know Victor Newman, you know Victor not gonna take this shit lying down. You know he not. Victor's not gonna take this lying down. He will not. Nikki knows it. The whole family should know. Victor's gonna come back on Nick 20 times harder because that's what Victor does. You come after Victor, Victor gonna come at you even harder. He gonna come at you with both guns blazing. And I hope Nick is ready. I really do. Because Victor is nothing to play with. I mean, we all seen what he done to Jack over the years, but Victor is nothing to trifle with. Not at all. So anyway, Phyllis. She's upset with Billy because Billy was gambling again or whatever. Billy came home and Phyllis is irate. Summer is just an idiot. Like seriously, I really don't care for the Summer character. I really don't. I didn't see the point in them bringing her back, but they brought her back, so I said whatever. I didn't care for her. But Phyllis is a hypocrite though. She's sitting there blasting Billy, lashing out at Billy for lying to her, gambling again, for keeping secrets and joining some secret alliance with Summer. But you're doing the same thing behind his back though. You're keeping secrets. You created an alliance with Nikki, Sharon, and Victoria. But yet you're criticizing Billy for lying to you when you're doing the same thing to him. And her crime is way worse than his. I mean, yeah, he's back gambling or whatever, and he's a gambling addict. But bitch, you're covering up a murder. You're helping to cover up not even a murder, but it was self defense. But now it's going to be probably looked at manslaughter, basically. Um, because I don't believe the judge. If it ever came to light that Nikki killed JT, she'll probably get a manslaughter charge, most likely. But they're all gonna go down for the cover up. All gonna go down for a cover up. So Phyllis has no right to blast Billy when she's doing worse than him. You know what I'm saying? Like you're keeping a way bigger secret than him. Um, and I found it kind of funny how she was trying to kick Billy out or whatever. Summer was like, this is my apartment. I don't understand why Phyllis is even living with Summer. Like, as soon as Summer came back, Phyllis should have found a new place. It's not like she can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like she should have been moved out. And I don't blame Billy for leaving, but Billy was wrong for lying, though, and getting back into the gambling and stuff like that. I understand he tried to do it the first time to help Summer out, but he should have never got involved with it, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that gambling has fucked Billy up over the years. I remember when Victoria got kidnapped because he owed somebody, like, what, $2 million for gambling? And I remember he got beat up for gambling. I remember all the times Jill done paid off his gambling debts. Like, that gambling ain't no joke. Billy need to seriously leave that shit alone. Especially now that you're CEO of Jabot. I mean, what are you gonna do next? Gamble the company away? Like, he needs to chill with that gambling shit. Like, honestly. Um, so anyway, Mariah and Tessa are finally together. They going on their date, running around town having a blast, which is cool and all, but I feel like I don't trust Tessa. Because that phone conversation she had a couple of days ago where she was on the phone with somebody talking about did you get the money? I was like, yeah, that was suspicious as hell. Did you get the money? I was like, okay, bitch, what are you up to? Because whenever somebody on the phone talking about did you get the money, I'm like, yeah, you're up to something. So I'm not behind this new relationship between her and Mariah because I feel like something bad gonna happen. Now that they're finally together, I feel like the other shoe is about to drop. Whatever Tessa's into is about to come to the light because clearly she's up. I just got a feeling she into something shady because that phone call was all types of shady, and I'm like, yeah, now I don't trust her. And I didn't trust her from the beginning, but now I really don't trust her because she's up to something iffy. I mean, I'm happy that Mariah's happy and her and Tessa finally stopped beating around the bush with each other. But now, of course, something bad gotta happen, which it always does. Um, Hilary is sitting around in the club with some dude named Mark or whatever. I don't think she having an affair on Devon because her interactions with Mark seem friendly and not romantic. But I wonder what she's up to. Maybe she's trying to set up a trust with a baby or something. I don't know. She up to something. Cause it's kind of funny how she trying to have this secret meeting with Mark and she don't want Devon to know about it, but yet you're at the club, the same club Devon owns, and you're in public. Usually, if you don't want somebody to know something, why are you sitting in a public place talking? Why not go somewhere private? You know what I'm saying? Like you could have went somewhere more private, maybe. I don't know why you sitting up in a club that you know pretty much everybody in that town goes to, including Lily, Kane, Neil. So if you didn't want Devon to know, why go to the club where you know one of them could possibly pop up? Mariah and Tess already done bumped into her ass. I'm like, that was dumb. Why would you go to a public place? I don't know. It just seemed like everybody up to something. Hillary's definitely up to something. I don't know if it's anything bad, but I'm pretty sure it got something to do with the baby or something. Um. So anyway, Shauna, I will say Shauna was eating my favorite ice cream though, mint chocolate chip. I fucking love mint chocolate chip ice cream. That shit blazing. Um. She's a little hot to try. I will say that she definitely is. But it's kind of funny how her and Hillary sit there and call Lily uptight. I do agree to an extent Lily can be uptight, but I don't blame her and Kane for not wanting Shauna and Charlie to be at home by themselves. I mean, who would leave their teenage child at home by themselves with their significant other, with their boyfriend or girlfriend? What parent, responsible parent would do that? I mean, I do give it up to Hillary though, because Hillary did say, Lily and Kane are responsible parents because that's what responsible parents do. They're not about to let their teenage son be at home alone while they're out with his girlfriend by themselves. Hell no. Hell no. I watched 16 and Pregnant, so I know. Like, ain't no way in the world I would leave my teenage son at home alone with his girlfriend. Hell no. I get the feeling that Charlie's. I feel like Charlie's not ready to have sex yet. I just get that vibe from him. He's not ready to lose his virginity. I feel like the only reason he thinks he's ready is because that's what Shauna wants, and he doesn't want to lose Shauna or come off as corny or whatever. But I feel like once you lose your virginity, you lose it. You know what I'm saying? You can't get it back. So I feel like he should definitely wait. That peer pressure is something though. But I wish that he would just wait. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like you missing out on nothing. I know some people who are virgins that think they missing out on something. Not really. You're really not. And trust me, because like I said, I lost my virginity when I was like 13. 13, 14, I lost my virginity. So, it was cool the first time. The first time it was fun. And after you do it, you get used to it and stuff like that. But I feel like anybody who's losing their virginity, they should definitely lose it to somebody that they're in love with, somebody that they care a lot about. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't just lose it to any old random. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a hell no. No, don't do that. don't do it. But I feel like he's not ready though. That's just the vibe I get off him. Like he's just doing it because that's what she wants to do. She's a little thought pocket, but whatever. Um, I hope that if they do it, he go get a condom or something because we do not need no babies over here. Lily is way too young to have twins. I mean, not twins, but she's too young to have teenage twins. Second, she's way too young to be a grandparent. I'm just like way too young. Lily is only what 30, 31. She's way too young. Um, but you know how teenagers and stuff do, man. I was a teenager. We all were a teenager at some point. So you do reckless shit, and we've all been guilty of that. But hopefully he takes the right precautions. Hopefully. But anyway, I hope all you have a great day. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode, and I will see y'all all later. Peace.